Thank you for joining me here this morning. We are looking at a live severe thunderstorm moving through central Mississippi right now. This storm is one of the heaviest lightning producers I've ever seen. All those lightning bolts you see on your screen have all been lightning strikes within the past 30 minutes, and there are a ton on here, alright? So there is some deadly cloud-to-ground lightning occurring with this storm. There's also some very large hail up to half-dollar size, and also damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. If you are included in this severe thunderstorm warning, go ahead and move indoors immediately, because this is definitely a very dangerous storm that you don't want to mess around with. Alright, it's going to dump some heavy rain, some large hail, tons of lightning again, and also some damaging winds, okay? So this is the very start, right? This is the first severe thunderstorm complex we're going to be seeing today, and it's definitely not going to be the last, right? Right now, we are up here in Mississippi, but the big story, I think, is going to come from parts of northwest Texas later today, where we have this enhanced risk of severe weather that goes all the way from DFW back out close to Lubbock. And the main threat with this is going to be very large hail, possibly a few hailstones getting up to baseball size or larger. All right, outside of that, you got your slight risk, and that goes across pretty much a good portion of Texas here, southern Oklahoma, southwest Arkansas, and northwest Louisiana there. And outside of that is your marginal risk, and even the marginal risk, like right now, is capable of producing storms like this, where you're seeing deadly cloud-to-ground lightning, large hail, and damaging winds. All right, so obviously, this is going to be a very intense day for severe weather, and that's not all. The next few days are going to be pretty intense. We do have a 40% chance of either a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch being issued for this area between now and 1 p.m. Central. Okay, so look out. Make sure that you do have a way to receive alerts here. This does include Houston. This does include Beaumont. This does include Victoria. This does include Galveston. This area here in Texas needs to be on lookout here for this for sure, all right? So look out for that because we do have an increasing severe threat in this area, all right? We can take a look at the Dickinson live cam there, and we see a very ominous overcast sky moving through, all right? We definitely got some lower clouds there, the gray clouds. I'm sorry to anybody that was hoping to view the eclipse in this area today, but that shot is completely ruined at this point. We can look pretty much anywhere across the deep south. Like this is up here in Perry County, Arkansas. We see there are quite a bit of clouds. It's going to get even worse there. Central Texas, all right, you got tons of clouds. North Texas, you got tons of clouds. Well, actually, it's not that bad, but there will be more clouds later in the day that will unfortunately block your view of this incredible event, most likely. We do actually have a special weather statement down here for this storm that's getting close to Benton, Mississippi. This one is going to be capable of producing small hail and gusty winds, 40-mile-per-hour winds, and penny-sized hail, so look out for that. If you do have any questions about your location, leave them down below, because, again, this is going to be a multi-day severe weather event. I actually think tomorrow and Wednesday are going to be the most intense days. Tomorrow, we have a possible tornado outbreak coming, all right? Areas like Beaumont, Texas, Natchitoches, Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana, Jasper, Texas, Lufkin, Texas, Nacogdoches, Texas. You're going to be under the highest tornado threat for tomorrow, so look out for that. Sorry, I got to give my voice a rest here. Sometimes I just talk too much. And by the way, this storm has been upgraded to ping pong ball sized hail, so you really need to be getting inside and getting away from windows here. If you are included in the severe thunderstorm warning, this is moving right over Highlandale, heading towards Sunnyside. So go ahead and bring your cars and your pets inside as well if possible. As the warning reads, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roof, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roof, siding, and trees. And, again, this amount of lightning is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this on Radar Omega before. So, that tells you something. Or at least hopefully it does. Let's get a look here from the Forest, Mississippi area. See, again, those overcast skies, a storm overhead. Same thing with the Hattiesburg area, or the Hattiesburg area. Lafayette, Louisiana, all right. Browser, Louisiana specifically. Bring you up there. This is going to be a stretch of weather that will make this new radar site here useful. If you don't know, this radar site was recently installed here, and it's definitely going to help out over the next few days. Because there's going to be quite a bit of severe weather in the area, and this is notorious for being a bad radar hole for a long time, but that is finally fixed. The New Orleans area can finally get good radar coverage and not have to use the airport radar. So again, we do have that one severe storm complex. The reason we have 2 warnings for this is because it's in 2 different National Weather Service zones, so both zones have issued a severe warning. This one's issued it ahead of time, the one in Memphis, Tennessee. You'll notice this one says National Weather Service, Memphis, Tennessee, and then this one says National Weather Service, well, it doesn't anymore because it's been updated, but it does say National Weather Service, Jackson, Mississippi. Guys, this area is, again, extremely heavy on the lightning here. And because we are in 2 different kind of National Weather Service zones here, unfortunately this is going to be a pretty bad radar coverage zone for that storm. We do have Storm Chaser Vince Welty on the move already. We've also got Brandon Kopic and Corey Gherkin coming on later today. And then we've got Willard Sharp up there in southern Illinois. That temperature reading is not accurate at all. I'm pretty sure he's looking up far into the atmosphere. It is definitely not 93 degrees up there. But yeah, again, this is a massive hail core, guys. This is the kind of hail that's big enough to cause some serious damage, alright? Unfortunately. We do have a little bit of rotation starting to develop, it looks like, here. Near Highlanddale, nothing crazy, but it's there for sure. The tornado threat for today is kind of on the medium side of things. We may see a few tornadoes. As I put in the thumbnail, a couple tornadoes are likely today. And the main area for tornadoes is going to be for parts of northwest Louisiana, eastern Texas, and then maybe far southern Oklahoma. Just a sliver there of Oklahoma. That's where you're going to have a 5% chance to see a tornado in your town. That does not mean there's only a 5% chance total. That means there's a 5% chance for Austin, and a 5% chance for Dallas, and a 5% chance for Tyler, and a 5% chance for Shreveport. You get the gist. So, just don't get confused by that. I'm actually going to take a look here. I believe NATOcast is also putting us at a... No, so NATOcast actually upgraded... no, they did not. Yeah, today NATOcast is also throwing us at a 5% risk. It's a bit of a smaller 5% risk. Both NATOcast and the SPC have tomorrow to 10% hatched risk. So, tomorrow, again, is going to have that chance to be a significant severe weather / tornado outbreak. I will definitely be going live at some point tomorrow. And guys, this lightning amount, I've said it like 100 times now, but that is ridiculous. Again, all these strikes you're seeing on your screen are within the past 30 minutes. There's some literally on top of each other. So yeah. Alright, new radar scan. Still got that intense hail core there right now, close to Sunnyside, in Mississippi. Got areas like the Sunnyside Chapel, the Sunnyside Elementary School. Got about 72 dBz there. It is just that one severe storm complex that we have right now. Again, there's a little bit of rotation, but the tornado threat for this area is very low in general. As you see, the SPC doesn't have it highlighted at even a 2% risk. So, not much to be worried about tornadic-wise with this storm, but this is definitely going to be a large hail and damaging wind maker here. This is tracking off to the north and the east. This says it's moving east. But it's kind of moving east-northeast, I would say. So let's actually go ahead and drag this out here, right? So if it continues on this path here, and it's moving at about 35 miles per hour, areas like Ruby, you're going to be under this in 6 minutes. Sandy Ridge, you've got about 7 minutes. Parsons, 25 minutes. Oxbury, 26 minutes. Holcomb in 31 minutes. Cascilla in 32 minutes. Nason in 38 minutes. Grenada in 47 minutes. Riverdale in 47 minutes. Hardy in 49 minutes. Glenwild in 49 minutes. Fotheville in 50 minutes, Elliott in 52 minutes, Hurricane Branch in 59 minutes, and Gatewood in 59 minutes. And eventually, this will make it to the general vicinity of Tupelo, Mississippi, but it will probably be to the south of the city, if it does continue for that long, that is. Again, right now this is capable of producing hail up to ping pong ball size and diameter. We did just get a new SPC update. Still have an enhanced risk of severe weather today. Still driven by hail. And the enhanced risk actually has gotten quite a bit bigger now, okay? So it does not just include northwest Texas anymore. It actually goes all the way out into northeast Texas, all the way into northwest Louisiana, Shreveport. You're under that enhanced risk. So you got to look out. An enhanced risk of severe weather, there it is. An enhanced risk of severe weather is when you really got to start taking things seriously. There's the new update. But yeah, that enhanced risk is where it's, time to really have your focus on severe weather. That's a 3 out of 5 risk, with a 0 out of 5 being no risk at all, and a 5 out of 5 being a widespread tornado outbreak. We're at a 3 out of 5. So, if that tells you anything. Again, the biggest hail right now is going to be staying on the north side of Sunnyside in Mississippi. But the downtown area of Sunnyside is still going to be getting in on some relatively large hail. This storm is starting to cross into this other radar site soon, but I think it's still better to look at the Jackson, Mississippi one. Again, it is kind of just in a radar hole in general, but yeah. Maybe some higher winds going over Ruby right now. Got to look out for that there. Maybe some loose objects get blown around. Some shingles get ripped off maybe. Taking a look at our live cam there near Broward in Louisiana, we do have those storms coming in. These are not going to be too intense, but they are going to be capable of producing some brief pockets of heavy rain, some lightning, obviously. So, look out for that. And back up to our storm here in Mississippi. Nothing too crazy yet. Again, this will be more intense later, and I will come back on stream later once things are, really kicking off. But I usually like to do a live stream at the beginning of these events, in case you're not aware, just to kind of be like, hey, this is what's going to happen today, this is when it's going to happen, this is what's already happening. I like doing that. And then actually doing a stream later, a longer one, whenever there's more intense stuff going on. Again, if this storm does continue, it will be in the general vicinity of Tupelo, Mississippi. Probably going to go to the south of it, though, in areas like near Verona, and Shannon. And that's only if this supercell lasts that long. But it could. I mean, the way it's looking now, it's healthy. All right, it's pretty impressive in terms of its hail core, obviously, as well. Just now passing through Mentor City. Just passed through it, actually, pretty much. The worst of it did, anyway. So if you are in Mentor City, things are going to start calming down relatively soon, because it is just that one isolated supercell. It's not like you're looking at a whole day of rain from this point forward. Again, here's basically where your eclipse path is. This is not going to be 100% accurate, but it's kind of in this vicinity. Again, this is not 100% accurate in any way, shape, or form, but it's kind of shaped like that. And if you are maybe south of this line, unfortunately, there's a pretty high chance that your view is going to be blocked pretty well. So here's like Fayetteville, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Tyler, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. Unfortunately, your view is likely not going to be the best. Our rain is starting to come down pretty good there on our Lafayette live cam. We see some sprinkles entering, more than sprinkles. But yeah. The next big city in line with this supercell is going to be Grenada. It's likely going to go on the north side of town near the Grenada Lake. We do have our cameras south of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, about to get in on some action there near Forest. Actually, Forest is not a town, so I'm not sure why it says Forest, but the south side, this far southwest side of Hattiesburg, basically. Is it Hattiesburg or Hattiesburg? I think it's Hattiesburg. I'm sure it differs depending on who you're asking, but I want like somebody from the city to give me an answer because I feel like they would know it. Again, tons of lightning. Honestly, deadly cloud-to-ground lightning is the main concern with this storm here, south of Glendora. If you are in Glendora, maybe you're getting in on some rain, but hopefully the most intense part of this storm does miss you guys, I'm thinking. And this storm is tracking in a relatively populated area. So you got cities like Grenada/Grenada, Water Valley, Pontotoc, eventually Tupelo, and Amory in the path of this, if this supercell does continue. Again, Amory is going to be in the path of this, and, you know, obviously last year they got hit by that violent tornado, prompted a tornado emergency. That was during the infamous Mississippi outbreak of 2024, or 2023, March 24th, 2023. There was the Rolling Fork tornado, then the cell reproduced somewhere near Silver City. I don't remember where that's actually at. Or no, Winona. And then eventually tracked all the way into Amory and produced 3 large tornadoes, at least. So, obviously that was a violent outbreak, and we're not going to see anything like that for a long time, I don't think. Last year was insane for the weather. I don't know if we're going to get that crazy this year. Last year is going to go down as one of the bigger years of the 2020s for severe weather. Especially all the stuff in March. Like, usually March is not the most intense time of year for severe weather, but you had the March 31st outbreak, the March 24th outbreak, the March 26th outbreak. Even, like, there was an EF3 in January last year. Actually, there were 3 EF3s in January last year, 2 different outbreaks. Overall, there were 83 tornado deaths in USA alone last year. Hello, Airborne. Yeah, 83 tornado deaths in the USA alone last year. And more if you're counting just severe weather in general, if you're not just counting tornadoes. Obviously, we had the Tennessee tornado outbreak. As I mentioned earlier, the Mississippi outbreak. Yeah, very sad stuff. We did have some pretty violent Texas tornadoes last year. all year long. We had the Perryton, Texas EF3, the Pasadena, Texas EF3, or the Pearland, Texas EF3, rather. Was that an EF3? I think it was. I know it got a tornado emergency. With Shawnee, Oklahoma. Did you delete the video? Yeah, I did. Yeah. After what you put out in the comments, I was like, yeah, it's probably best if I just take that down anyway, because really wasn't that impressive of a storm anyway. And the Hattiesburg, Mississippi cam, it's looking pretty ominous. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Tomorrow, alright, another enhanced risk. And that's not all, dude. Wednesday, another enhanced risk. And then on Thursday, we have 2 slight risks. 2 day 4 slight risks. We have one up in the Ohio Valley, and we have another down here in the southeast. This one in the southeast is from this same storm complex that we already have, and the one in the Ohio Valley is from a whole nother storm system here. Funnily enough, the hardest hit state by tornadoes so far this year is definitely Ohio. We've had 2 massive Ohio outbreaks already. Actually, 3, if you count February 27th. That wasn't really Ohio alone, though. But it got hit pretty hard during it. That one was kind of Ohio, Michigan, the entire Midwest, really. This severe thunderstorm did get downgraded to 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail. Still got to watch out for it, though, obviously, as it gets closer to the Scobie area, to the south of Scobie area. Areas like Hawkesbury, Hugo, Phillip, Hatton, Mare, Maysville, you're basically already under this. If you're in Scobie, you are technically included in this warning, but I think the worst of it is going to go to the south of you. Definitely been weird in Ohio with the storms, for sure. For sure. Again, our storm here is rotating just a little bit, but it's nothing to be concerned about. It's mainly going to be damaging winds and large hail that you're watching out for with that specific supercell. Again, this area here in southeast Texas is expected to pick up a little bit more soon. We have some storms starting to fire off near Beaumont. But soon, a few of them might be severe. But yeah, considering the fact that we don't really have that much going on, and it's kind of just the start of this outbreak, I think I am going to end off the live stream here. I'm definitely going to be live at least 1 or 2 more times today, covering severe weather, mostly in Texas. So, thank you all for watching this live stream. Again, I will be live again later.